The Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN 2 present Viking Preview with a look at today's Colfax Viking football game. And now, Viking Preview.
Good evening and welcome to Viking Preview. Rick Olson here in the NLWN 2 studio, and we're ready to bring you another Colfax Viking football game, as tonight the 0-3 Vikings, who are 0-1 in the Dunn St. Croix Conference, will take on the 0-3 Turtle Lake Lakers, who are also 0-1 in the Dunn St. Croix, from the Lee Bierquist Athletic Complex in Colfax. The Vikings are looking to make additional improvements following their 51-8 defeat 2 weeks ago at the hands of the Olivestrom Cardinals, while the Turtle Lake Lakers look to notch a game into the winning column. Now, coming up in this edition of Viking Preview, we'll take a look at tonight's matchup between the Colfax Vikings and the Turtle Lake Lakers. Then we'll get Coach Joe Berenic's perspective on tonight's game in Coach's Corner. Following that, we'll take a quick look around the Dunn St. Croix Conference to see where things stand. Then, our broadcast crew will bring you all the play-by-play action of tonight's contest from Colfax High School. All that coming up right after this timeout, as you're tuned to Viking Preview on NLWN 2.
Yo, camping buddy. Okay, you guys ready?
Dude, I thought you were driving.
I thought you were driving.
Oh, I never said I was driving.
I definitely can't drive.
If you're high, just don't drive. It's illegal everywhere. If you feel different, you drive different.
Welcome back to Viking Preview. Tonight, the Vikings will take on the Dunn St. Croix Conference foe, the Turtle Lake Lakers, from the Lee Bierquist Athletic Complex in Colfax. The Vikings are looking to get back into action following their 2-0 forfeit loss to the Spring Valley Cardinals due to a lack of healthy Viking players, while the Lakers are looking to notch a win following their 46-14 loss at the hands of the Boyceville Bulldogs last Friday. Now, in the Vikings' loss 2 weeks ago to the Olivestrom Cardinals, the Vikings just couldn't seem to find a way to deal with Cardinals senior running back Ty Felstead, who carried the ball 10 times for 149 yards and 4 touchdowns. On offense, the Vikings moved the ball a little better, but still had difficulty remaining consistent so as to get positive results. In the second quarter, the Vikings drove the ball down the field and capped off the drive with a 1-yard plunge by Drew Beekner.
Johnson to the left, Nichols to the right. Flatlin in motion. Beekner tries to take it himself, slides in into the end zone for the Viking touchdown. Beekner took it off the left side and found a gap and slid into the end zone for the touchdown with 9:18 to go in the first half.
Now, leading the way on the ground for the Vikings was Grant Paulus, who picked up 50 yards on 16 carries. The Viking passing attack from Drew Beekner to Orion Nichols seemed to gain some steam, picking up 60 yards. They even connected on the point after attempt following Beekner's touchdown.
Wide to the right. Johnson is over on the left side. Beekner drops back, throws to Nichols in the slot. He's got it in the end zone, made a spectacular catch in the end zone.
In addition, Nichols showed some drive when his stiff arm gained him some extra yards on a 35-yard pass completion.
And goes in motion. Quick toss out to Nichols. He's got some running room. Stiff arms at the 45. He's heading down the sideline and gets run out of bounds at about the 21-yard line.
Yeah, good stiff arm by
That was a
Nichols.
real nice stiff arm that he gave.
Now, leading the way on defense for the Vikings was Drew Beekner with 8 tackles, along with Orion Nichols with 4. Now, last week, Turtle Lake was defeated by the Boyceville Bulldogs 46-14. In that game, the Lakers were led on the ground by sophomore quarterback Brody Tarman, who carried the ball 10 times for 33 yards. Tarman also led the way for the Lakers through the air by going 5 for 9 for 72 yards and a touchdown, with senior Lane Haig receiving the touchdown pass. Defensively, the Lakers were also led by Tarman with 11 tackles. He was followed by junior Vincent Stoll with 10 tackles. On the season, junior Brandon Wright leads the Lakers defensively with 33 tackles and is followed by Tarman with 32, along with Ryan Shortus and Stoll with 23 each. Now on the ground, Turtle Lake is being led by Wright with 109 yards on 33 carries. Tarman is also 24 for 53 through the air for 336 yards and 3 touchdowns for a quarterback rating of 45.5. For the Vikings so far this season, leading the way on the ground is Grant Paulus with 95 yards on 27 carries. He's followed by Theo Hovde with 60 yards on 5 carries. Now through the air, the Vikings are being led by Drew Beekner, who is 4 for 16 for 80 yards, along with 2 interceptions. All 4 pass receptions have been to Orion Nichols. On defense, the Vikings are being led by Beekner and Zach Learmo, who have 12 tackles and are followed by Nichols with 11. Now, coming up next, I caught up with Coach Joe Baranek at practice a little earlier this week, and we'll get his perspective on tonight's game in Coach's Corner. Then Dan and I will bring you all the play-by-play action of tonight's conference matchup. That's all coming up right after this timeout as you're tuned to Viking Preview on NLWN2.
If you love them enough to crawl into a play place to get them to come down, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
Time now for Coach's Corner, with a look at today's Viking football game from the coach's point of view. Now, Coach's Corner.
Today on Coach's Corner, we're once again talking with Viking head coach Joe Baranek. And Coach, tonight the Vikings are going to try and get back on the winning track when they face the Turtle Lake Lakers. But before we talk about that game, let's look back at last week when unfortunately the Vikings needed to cancel their game with the Spring Valley Cardinals. And from what I understand, this was due to injuries to, well, let's say too many Vikings. Can you fill us in on the health of the Vikings going into this game?
Yeah, coming into this week, we really needed that extra week of rest. I know ultimately we have 17 out of 26 on our roster are freshmen and sophomores. Ultimately, a lot of those kids should be playing on Monday nights, not Friday nights. So should be playing on the JV side of things. So it was a tough decision. Don't want to have to make it again, but this is kind of the situation we're faced with. Coming into this week, I felt like we did a good job managing some of those injuries throughout what we kind of termed as our bye week. And then coming into this week, I feel like we're a lot more healthy than we have been. So,
unfortunately, it's a bye week that put a tally mark up in the negative column, but we'll just have to get over that one.
Correct. Yeah. It is what it is. All
right. Well, 2 weeks ago, the Vikings were defeated by the Oliva Strum Cardinals 51-8, and in that game, the score doesn't really tell the whole story because the Vikings just didn't have an answer for one running back that they had, that Ty Felstead, and his speed taking the ball around the end. So what do the Vikings need to do to make sure that doesn't happen anymore?
Just go through their keys and their responsibilities, fundamentals we talk about every day in practice. It's something about tackling in space for our kids that we really need to work on this week during practice and kind of closing that gap, but coming in under control. So that's really what we're going to preach this week, and hopefully we can kind of find a way to kind of instill that with the kids.
Well, tonight the Vikings take on the 0-3 Turtle Lake Lakers, who it appears the Vikings match up pretty well with. So what can you tell us about the Lakers?
It's still a physical football team. That's kind of what you get. They do tend to want to throw the ball a bit more than maybe other teams in our conference. I know they're going a little bit more under center than maybe they did in years past as well. So a little bit different flavor from them, but still kind of the same old Turtle Lake Lakers for us. So hopefully we play our football game and we come out with a W.
Yeah, I seem to recall the last couple of years those games have gotten pretty tense.
Absolutely, yeah. No, there's a couple times where the last couple of years we feel like we maybe should have come up with a W, and we haven't. So hopefully kind of change those ways this year.
Maybe it's time to do that.
Correct, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know, and you were hinting at it just a little bit ago, with nearly 2/3 of the Viking roster being freshmen and sophomores, plus the difference in maturation, physical maturation between those young players and the juniors and seniors that they're facing against. Those Vikings are on a pretty steep learning curve. As the Vikings are moving into conference play, how would you describe the progress they've made so far?
I think that we've seen some of our kids that have maybe never played football really blossom here in the last couple of weeks, especially on the JV side of things. Yesterday we played Spring Valley and kind of the JV portion, and we were able to put together a really nice second half, I thought. And it really showed kind of the development that they've done so far. Put a couple touchdowns on the board, some really nice stops and tackles. So kind of parlaying that into a Friday night is kind of the next step for them.
Well, learning curves are something you just have to learn to be patient with.
Correct, yeah. Patience is hard for us sometimes. So,
well, thank you, Coach Baranek, for joining us on Coach's Corner. Good luck in tonight's game. Hopefully, the Vikings can find a way to put a tally in the winning column.
Absolutely. Thanks, Rick.
Coming up, more of Viking Preview.
You have been tuned to Coach's Corner with a look at today's Colfax Viking game from the coach's point of view. Stay tuned. More Viking Preview is coming right up.
The impact of a meal goes well beyond feeding our bodies. Because when people are fed, futures are nourished. Everyone deserves to live a full life. And with your help, together we can end hunger. Join the movement at feedingamerica.org/act now.
Welcome back to Viking Preview. Tonight we have the Vikings taking on the Turtle Lake Lakers in an attempt to show that they're healthy and ready to compete in the Dun St. Croix Conference. Taking a quick look around the Dun St. Croix Conference, all the conference teams began their conference schedule last Friday. Last week, in addition to the Vikings dropping a 2-0 forfeit loss to the Spring Valley Cardinals, the Boyceville Bulldogs defeated the Turtle Lake Lakers 46-14. And the Clear Lake Warriors were blanked by the Glenwood City Hilltoppers 21-0. In addition, it was the Chetek Weyerhaeuser Bulldogs knocking off the Elmwood Plum City Wolves 24-16 in the Dun St. Croix Lakeland Conference crossover game. Now that leaves the initial Dun St. Croix Conference standings as follows. In a three-way tie for first place are the Boyceville Bulldogs, the Glenwood City Hilltoppers, and the Spring Valley Cardinals, each with 1-0 records. Tied for fourth place with 0-1 records are the Clear Lake Warriors, the Colfax Vikings, the Elmwood Plum City Wolves, and the Turtle Lake Lakers. Tonight, the Dun St. Croix Conference will continue conference play. In addition to the Vikings hosting the Turtle Lake Lakers, the Boyceville Bulldogs will travel to Elmwood to take on the Elmwood Plum City Wolves, while the Clear Lake Warriors will face the Spring Valley Cardinals in Spring Valley. In this week's crossover game with the Lakeland Conference, the Glenwood City Hilltoppers will host the Grantsburg Pirates. Tonight, the Vikings need to step up the effort and show improvement. With a young team like the Vikings, that could be the mantra for the team all season long. With roughly 2/3 of the Vikings roster made of freshmen and sophomores, we need to bear in mind that there is a huge difference physically between those freshmen and sophomores and the more experienced juniors and seniors the Vikings are facing. Now, the learning curve is steep for many of these young Vikings. In many respects, the Vikings showed improvement 2 weeks ago, and there was just one player the Vikings had no answer for. The Vikings will also need to stay healthy, which involves a little bit of luck, as the depth on the Viking roster is a pretty shallow pool. Now, this all adds up to some exciting high school football action right here on NLWN2. Now, in just a few moments, we'll send it out to our broadcast crew at the Lee Bierquist Athletic Complex in Colfax, and we'll have all the play-by-play action for you coming up next. You've been tuned to Viking Preview on NLWN 2.
For decades, I've taught you everything I know. How to safely build a fire, and how to control the flames. But I can only teach wildfire prevention. Only you can prevent wildfires.
You have been tuned to Viking Preview on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN2. Stay tuned. Coming up next is live Colfax Viking football.
It happens to everyone eventually. Your computer goes on the fritz. Fear not, Sladen's Technology Services can help. When your computer decides to not cooperate, it can be very frustrating. Let Sladen's Technology Services keep you from wanting to drive your computer right off a cliff. Sladen's Technology Services supports business of all sizes. They offer assistance with managed anti-malware, encrypted email, fast tech support, data backup, and recovery, and more. Call Sladen's Technology Services at 715-864-2833 and get the IT help you desire. Sladen's Technology Services is the official IT service for the Northern Light Webcasting Network.
The Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN2 along with Colfax High School now bring you Colfax Viking football. Follow the Vikings all season long as they battle their way through the Dun St. Croix Conference. Now it's out to the stadium for Colfax Viking football.
And good evening, and welcome to the Lee Bierquist Athletic Complex at Colfax High School. Rick Olson here along with Dan Petchow, Dave Fisher on the camera, and we're getting ready to bring you Colfax High School football as the Vikings are going to take on the Turtle Lake Lakers. This is a Dun St. Croix Conference matchup. Vikings have a couple of players back off the injury list, and so we're back ready to play some football. And we're getting ready for player introductions, which in the case of the Vikings, they will be introduced as a team, and the fans are filling in. I'm not sure whether the Lakers are being introduced as a team. And then we'll have the national anthem, and we'll be ready for tonight's football game from Colfax High School. Like I said, fans are filling in. We have the dance team down in front of us. And they were showing a little bit of rhythm to the music. And there's our dance team. But they were all in formation and dancing during the pregame music that was going on as we're getting ready for tonight's game. These two teams match up pretty well numbers-wise. And both teams are looking to get their first win of the season. And we're about to turn it over to the public address announcer for tonight's opening ceremonies.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. O'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Every time I hear this song, I think of the game section. Every time I hear this song, I think of the sectional finals between Oakland North and Oakland Memorial. We're playing at Cobb's, and they said home of the Abe's.
Good evening to all fans for Week 4 of high school football. Colfax welcomes you to help keep your athletic fields for senior night and an unsafe current football matchup between the Turtle Lake Lakers and your Colfax Vikings. We remind you that interscholastic events are an extension of the classroom and that lessons are best learned when respect is shown to all. Please enter good sportsmanship show during the game. And now, let's meet the starting lineups. Introducing the starting defense for the Turtle Lake Lakers. Number 3, Brady Joe. Number 5, Luke Bowen. Number 7, Brody Farman. Number 8, Brandon Wagner. Number 9, Lane Hay. Number 12, Brandon Wright. Number 23, Vincent Stoll. Number 50, Cam Davis. Number 52, Ryan Shortis. Number 58, Gavin Ellis. And number 73, Jackson Brown. The Turtle Lake Lakers are coached by head coach Troy Wagner. And now, introducing the seniors of your Colfax Vikings. Number 2, Theo Humpty. Number 3, Hunter Roberts. Number 6, Drew Beaker. Number 50, Brady Elmer. And number 77, Nathan Basil. The Vikings are coached by head coach Joe Baronic. Please join us at halftime as we recognize the parents of the cross-country and football teams.
And it's Parents' Night here at Colfax High School. And they will be honoring both the football parents and cross-country parents tonight. And Dan, we're in mid-season form because neither one of us saw the coin toss.
Yeah, I don't know. You know, we're good for at least 1 year.
Well, Vikings are going to be kicking off because Turtle Lake's receiving team is out on the field. And back deep to receive for Turtle Lake is Brandon Wright and Vincent Stoll. We're waiting for the Vikings to come out.
Yeah, the offense for the Vikings, they got to learn how to move the ball a little bit up and down the field and see if they can do that tonight. And they got to contain their Turtle Lake's quarterback. He likes to run. So.
Looks like Drew Beekner is teeing the ball up for the Vikings.
And the Lakers will begin the
So Wright is on the near hash mark, and Stoll is on the far hash mark for the Turtle Lake Lakers. Beekner has the ball teed up. He's waiting for the whistle, and we're ready to get this one underway. And there's the whistle, and it's a short kick, and it's covered up down there by Carter Doherty. Back at about the 38-yard line. A little bit of trickery by the Vikings as they tried the onside kick. Did not get the favorable bounce.
Yeah, special teams for the Vikings has been pretty good this year.
So they were going to try and catch him by surprise and get an early turnover, but no such luck this time. Lakers come up to the line of scrimmage. Brody Tarman is at quarterback, and he's lined up under center. Wright is the setback. And they give it to him off the right side. He's met right near the line of scrimmage. Ryan Nichols stood him up after a gain of 2. It's going to bring up second down 8, and they're going to mark it at the 41-yard line.
Gain of 3 brings up second and 7.
So make it a 3-yard gain. Second down, 7 yards to go. Luke Moan splitting out to the near side for the Lakers. And we have a whistle and an official timeout. The T never got picked up. Or mouth guard or something. Ryan Nichols got it picked up. So now we're ready to go. Stoll is the wingback on the near side. And on the far side is Brady Job. Stoll in motion, give to motion going off the left side. Met at the 43, gets it out across the 45-yard line to about the 46 or 47-yard line. It's going to bring up a 3rd and long 1. Short 2. Again, Lane Haig split out to the near side. Gives straight up the middle, met in the backfield, and he did not get the first down. That was Brandon Wright on the carry. He got about a half a yard.
Yeah,
Brings up a 4th down.
Yeah, good job by Zach Lermo. He got down low and helped trip him up.
So 4th and about a half a yard. Well, they're going to measure. I don't know, it looked like he was short to me. How's your eagle eye there, Dan? And they stretch it, and oh my goodness, he got the first down.
Yeah.
Just barely by the nose of the ball.
Upon further review, the first down was acquired.
So it's 1st and 10. Out at the 47-yard line. They send Haig out to the left side now. They put a man in motion, give up the right side, and he found a hole. This is Wright, and he gets it across the 40 of the Vikings down to the 38-yard line. That's good enough for another first down. Brandon Wright took it off tackle and found a hole there. Wright, the leading rusher for the Turtle Lake Lakers. Haig splitting out to the near side. They put a man in motion. Tarman dropping back, looking downfield. Fires out on the left side, and a pass is tipped away and nearly intercepted by the Vikings. Tipped away by Austin Coates. It's going to bring up 2nd and 10.
Yeah, that's one thing about having Hovde. Hovde was over there too. And Hovde has speed. Yeah.
He also has a club on his right hand.
Yeah, from injury.
And week 1.
Ago.
Lakers at the line. Haig on the far side. Put a man in motion. They give it to him off the right side, and he gets it down to about the 30-yard line. That's Brady Job on the carry.
Grant Cook on the tackle.
It's going to bring up 3rd and a yard.
This brings up 3rd down and a yard to go for the Lakers.
Again, Haig is split out to the left side. Right the setback. They put Stoll in motion, pitch it to him going around the left side. He's got the first down, gets knocked down at about the 21-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Lakers at the 21 of the Vikings.
Pushed out by number 5, Austin Coates.
Haig split to the right side this time. Gives straight up the middle, met there, but drives through the tackles. Ryan Nichols hit him hard right near there, and Wright broke the tackle and picked up about 9.
Second down with 1 yard to go.
2nd and 1. Haig splitting out wide to the right. Stoll in motion. Carmen dropping back. He's rolling to his right, throwing over the middle into the end zone, and it's caught for a touchdown. Pass complete to Brady Job right at the goal line, and he came down with it.
Yeah, good coverage by Hovde.
That one would have been an interesting instant replay review because I'm not sure he possessed it all the way to the ground. They will try the extra point. And the kick is up. And it's good. So the score with 8:19 remaining in the first quarter, it's Turtle Lake 7 and the Vikings nothing on NLWN 2.
For a team approach to managing your finances with over 70 years of experience and 12 locations, Derry State Bank has built a reputation for helpful customer service and support. While our service ethic is old-fashioned, our products and services are not. We offer a full range of loan programs as well as online banking, mobile deposit, and transaction alerts to fit your busy lifestyle. Derry State Bank, banking on relationships, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
Elmo's daddy taught him that when he has a big feeling like being frustrated, humming a song can help you feel better. We all have big feelings, and we are all here for one another. Love your mind.
Brandon Wagner back to kick for the Lakers. Coates and Peterson are back for the Vikings. Coates has it. He's out across the 20 to the 30, breaks a tackle, gets out across the 35 near the 40-yard line before he's taken down. Austin Coates on the return. So now the Viking offense will take the field. They've changed up their quarterback. And it will be Austin Peterson.
Yeah, I think, if they put Beekner out, he can pass, but he does also make a good receiver and running back.
Hunter Roberts split to the near side. Peterson waiting for the snap. And they shift. Give straight up the middle, and there's a little bit of room. Grant Paulus with a gain of 2, maybe 3, 2 yards. Second down and 8. Beekner is on the wing. Well, in fact, he's lining up in the slot on the near side. Roberts is split wide to the near side.
Second and 8.
And the snap. Give straight up the middle again. No, Peterson kept it himself and tried to go around the right end, but Turtle Lake shut it down out there. And he's taken down back out inside the 40. So it's going to bring up 3rd and 11. That's a pretty healthy 11 at that. Vikings go up to the line. Ryan Nichols split to the far side. Peterson takes the snap, looking out in the flat, dumps it over the middle. It's intercepted. And coming back and still on his feet across the 40 down to about the 38-yard line is Brandon Wright with the interception. And so Turtle Lake will take over 1st and 10 at the Vikings 38-yard line.
Yeah, I think they thought he had his receiver, and all of a sudden the linebacker just jumped right in the path. And easy interception.
And it was about his 2nd or 3rd read, too, I believe. So 1st and 10 for the Lakers.
Watch at the bottom. Hufty's on number 8. Big mismatch here.
Brandon Wagner. And rolling to the right. And out of bounds is the call. Hufty got his hands in there as well as Beekner. They double-teamed Wagner that time. Tarman rolled out, and he was looking for that mismatch that you were talking about. But the Vikings had him underneath and over the top. So it's going to be 2nd down and 10. And the junior cheerleaders are here today. Give straight up the middle and taking it across the 30 down to the 29-yard line is Brandon Wright. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 2. It's a big play right now for the Vikings. I'm sure this is 4-down territory for the Lakers. Haga split to the far side. They put him in motion, give it straight up the middle, and he falls forward to about the 26-yard line. It's going to be enough for a 1st down. Brady Job on the carry.
Yeah, not a clean exchange, but enough to get the 1st down.
Just outside the 25-yard line. Vikings at the line. Or Turtle Lake Lakers at the line. As they go around the left side, found a hole over there and got down about the 10-yard line. Stoll on the carry. And it's going to be first and goal to go from the 10-yard line. Nose of the ball is beyond the 10.
Drew Beekner on the tackle.
Five minutes and counting in the first quarter. Tarman under center, puts Stoll in motion, drops back, looking downfield, rolling to his right, throws it, it's complete. Across the 5, leaning for the goal line, dragging people, and goes into the end zone. Theo Hovde could not take him down. He had him, and Stoll just kept hopping and finally found his way to the goal line. That makes the score Turtle Lake 13, Vikings nothing. 4:42 remaining. And they'll try the extra point. Snap is down, the kick is up, and off the upright. It's no good. So the score with 4:42 remaining in the first quarter. Turtle Lake 13, Vikings nothing, and you're tuned to Viking football on NLWN 2.
It's getting to that time of year again. Time for the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN TV to present our Halloween Spooktacular 2024. Join us at 7 p.m. on Halloween night by the light of the Jack-o'-lantern as we bring you some of the best in Halloween-themed old-time radio programs, including The Jack Benny Show and the Halloween Masquerade Party, Dragnet, and the episode entitled The Werewolf, The Lives of Harry Lime starring Orson Welles, and Suspense with The Bride Vanishes. So join me on our Halloween Spooktacular at 7 p.m. Halloween night on NLWN TV.
So we're back here at Colfax High School. Turtle Lake Lakers have taken a 13-0 lead over the Vikings. Turtle Lake has possessed the ball twice. Both drives ended in touchdowns. The Vikings had an abbreviated drive that was ended as a result of an interception. Short kickoff and covered up by Liam Schotter. And so the Vikings will have it in decent field position back at about the 37-yard line. And the Booster Club is firing T-shirts up into the stands again.
Yeah, and little footballs. We got to get one of those.
Well, I expect you to catch one of those, Dan, if it comes by. But I've been expecting you to catch a foul ball for a couple of years now, and it hasn't happened.
Old stone hands over here.
Vikings at the line. Give straight up the middle. Fumble on the ball. I think the Vikings dove on it. That was Grant Paulus. Not a real clean exchange. The ball bounced off of Paulus and flew forward, and Paulus fell on it. Fortunately, the ball was going the same way Paulus was, and it ended up being a gain of about 3. So it's 2nd down 7. Austin Johnson split out wide to the near side. And to give straight up the middle. No, Peterson kept it, and he got around the corner, across the 50 down to the 45, and taken down out of bounds at about the 42-yard line. That's going to be a Viking first down.
You know, it's not going to get any attention, but Theo Hovde was out there And everybody, he was kind of like the bait, and he got shoved out of bounds, but that drew everybody towards him, which made him get the first down.
Nathan Basil comes kind of limping off the field. Vikings come up to the line. Austin Peterson in the shotgun. Takes a snap. Gives it to Hovde coming around the near side. He turns the corner. He gets it across the 40 down to about the 37-yard line. That's a gain of about 6 for second down 4. So after the turnover and then a near turnover, the Vikings offense seems to be finding its footing a little bit. Splitting out wide to the right is Orion Nichols. He'll be our Viking profile at halftime today. And quick throw out to the right side. It's Hovde with it, and he gets it across the 25 and knocked out of bounds. Looks like about the 24-yard line. That'll be a 1st and 10 for the Vikings.
Yeah, turtle leg bit here on the near side. Left Hovde open.
And the Hovde family seated right in front of us. And we lost our main camera, but it was a give straight up the middle. And it'll come back. We'll get it back. And there the camera's back. So it's second down now and 9 yards to go. And as Dave was trying to show you there, the Hovde clan right in front of us. They're up to the line of scrimmage. Austin Johnson out, split wide to the left. Nichols to the right. Quick toss out to the left side to Beekner, and he got hit as soon as he caught it. And it's going to be a loss of yards. It's going to bring up 3rd down, and let's see where they spot it. They're going to mark it at the 29. 3rd and 15.
Loss of about 6 brings up 3rd and 15.
Peterson into the huddle with the play. He's in the shotgun. And the snap. Peterson drops back looking downfield. He fires it downfield. Beekner is trying. Beekner and the defender, and I'm waiting to see his number. Yeah, it was Brady Job. We're battling for it, and the ball ended up falling to the ground. We have a penalty marker on the play, and I think it's a hold against the Vikings. Now, we'll see if, I think they're going to decline the penalty, which will bring up 4th and 15. Yeah, the holding call against the Vikings has been declined. That brings up 4th down and 15 yards to go. Vikings with quite a few substitutions, and Austin Coates back in punt formation. There's a snap. Gets the Short pooch kick away, and it rolls into the end zone. That had a 50-50 chance of rolling out of bounds on about the 2, and it didn't. Oblong ball doesn't bounce the way you expect it to all the time, and that one ended up going into the end zone. It was a good attempt, but the Lakers will have it 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line. Hey, want to remind you that coming up on Thursday, the Viking volleyball team is going to travel over to Spring Valley to face the Spring Valley Cardinals. The varsity match is going to begin at 7 p.m. Turtle Lake Lakers up to the line of scrimmage. Has to split to the near side. Give to Stoll, going around the left side, and we have a penalty marker comes flying in. And it's going to be a hold against Turtle Lake. Stoll got it across the 25 to about the 26-yard line, but that's coming back. That's going to bring up a 1st and 20. As they mark it on the 10. Good opportunity for the Viking defense to step up and make a play here. Lakers up to the line. Hess to the far side. Give straight up the middle to right. And taken down across the 20 to about the 22-yard line. Brandon Wright on the carry.
James Wall on the tackle, along with Ryan Nichols.
Just outside the 21-yard line. 2nd down and long 8. Short 9. Lakers at the line. And we have a false start going to be called against the Lakers. That one's going to be against Caleb Tinsley. Kind of came out of his stance. And that's going to back things up 5 yards. So that should be 2nd down and about 13 maybe. $14. And that's going to do it for the first quarter. So we finished the first quarter of play with the score. Turtle Lake Lakers 13, Vikings nothing, and you're tuned to Viking football on NLWN 2.
Mom's Restaurant and Pub in Colfax has just what you need when you have that craving for a home-cooked meal the way Mom used to make it. Mom's is open from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. daily and until 9 on Fridays with a complete breakfast menu. Lunch includes sandwiches, salads, wraps, and burgers, along with Mom's comfort food favorites, and don't forget dinner on Fridays with Mom's famous fish fry. The coffee always hot, the breakfast always delicious, and lunch puts a smile on your face. 225 Bremer Avenue, Colfax. Call 715-962-4617. That's Mom's Restaurant and Pub in Colfax.
Colfax High School football action is coming your way on NLWN 2. Coming up on Friday, September 20th, the Colfax Vikings will travel to Plum City, Wisconsin to take on the Elmwood Plum City Wolves. Coverage begins at 6:40 p.m. with Viking Preview. That's live Colfax Viking football on Friday, September 20th on NLWN 2.
Well, Dan, it's Friday the 13th, and one of these teams is going to have good luck and the other one's not.
I was watching for black cats on the way up here, too. Which is funny because we have a black cat, and it tried to trip me today.
See? That's what you get. All right, getting ready to start the second quarter. Turtle Lake Lakers have it. 2nd down, 14 to go. Hesse split out wide to the near side. Tarman dropping back. Looking downfield, throws it. It's complete and caught there by Brady Job. Or check that.
23.
Was Vincent Stoll on the catch. And it's just shy of the 30-yard line. So it's going to be 3rd and about a yard. Tarman's throwing the ball well so far today. He's under center. Puts Stoll in motion, and he goes around the right side and did not get the first down, taken down for a loss. Loss of about a yard. Job was on the carry, not Stoll. It was Job on the carry.
Nichols on the tackle, and Beekner cleaned it up.
4th down and about a yard and a half. And it looks like Turtle Lake's keeping the offense on the field. Has split out wide to the right side. And we have early movement by the Turtle Lake Lakers. Vikings almost jumped, and then the Lakers did jump. So that's making it 4th and 7. Let's see if they change their mind about what it is they want to do. Vikings thinking they're going to, and they do have Brady Job is back in punt formation. There's the snap. The kick is away. And fair catch being called for. And fumbled! And let's see who got it. Lakers are saying they do. And the Vikings have it. Close call.
Yeah, he kind of peeked when the ball came in and dropped it.
So the Viking offense will take over 1st and 10 at their own 41-yard line, 42-yard line. That was a good stop that time for the defense. Now if they can go down the field and capitalize on it and get some points on the board. Nichols to the near side. There's a snap. Give coming around the near side. This is Beekner with it. He gets it across the 50 down to the 48-yard line. Maybe the 49.
Good job by the right side of the Colfax line to seal it off.
It's going to be a yard shy of the first down. So a gain of 9 by Beekner. Vikings at the line. Peterson waiting for the snap. Gives it straight up the middle to Paulus, and he drives those feet and keeps going across the 45 down to about the 44-yard line. Looks like where he's got it marked.
Gavin Ellis on the tackle for Turtle Lake.
So 1st and 10 for the Vikings. They're at the 44-yard line of the Lakers. Beekner splitting out wide to the right side. Hovde in the slot on the right side. Peterson high snap. Gives it up the middle, but Paulus takes off around the right side and gets it down to about the 36-yard line.
It might be a face mask.
I didn't see a flag come in.
Yep. Oh. It's coming back. Hold on. Colfax.
Well, they're talking with the Turtle Lake Lakers. So, yes, it looks like this play is coming back. And it's from the spot of the foul. It's a hold, but it was downfield, so it's going to be a first and about 12, a short 12 yards to go.
8.5 minutes to go in the second quarter.
Vikings up to the line. Give straight up the middle. Paulus again on the carry. He's across the 30, across the 25, and taken down at the 21-yard line. Big gain that time by Grant Paulus.
Yeah, good job by Austin Peterson. He handed off, but he still ran the play. And
he disguises that handoff really well.
2 Turtle Lake guys followed him.
That's all right. The time he did keep it, he faked me out. I'd rather he fake them out than me.
Yeah, right.
Vikings at the line. Peterson keeps it himself this time around the left side, and he's driving down near the 10-yard line. It's going to be close to a first down. We'll see where they mark it. I think he's got the first down. It's going to be first and goal for the Vikings right at the 10-yard line.
First and 11 for the Vikings.
From my angle, it looks like he's just outside the 10-yard line, so they can theoretically get a first down without getting a touchdown. First and 10. Nichols to the right. I think that's Beekner out on the left side. Peterson giving it to Hovde, going around the left side, turns the corner into the end zone for a touchdown. Theo Hovde from 11 yards out puts the Vikings on the board. Vikings going to attempt the extra point. Austin Coates to do the kicking. It'll be out of the hold of Cole Parzik. The high snap. He got the kick up, and it's through. So with 6:59 to go in the first half, it's Turtle Lake 13, Vikings 7 on NLWN 2.
How you doing?
Hey, Mason.
Hey, Mason.
Thank you.
A place to make my own. A place that I call home. This place that I call home.
To get your lawn or garden to perform at attracting what you want, you first need to know what your soil is working with. That's where Midwest Environmental Consultants can help. Their soil testing service can give you a complete rundown on your soil's nutrition and health. They test for nitrogen levels, phosphorus, potash, micronutrients, minerals, pH, and organic matter. Let Midwest Environmental Consultants put you in control of your soil's health. Call Midwest Environmental Consultants at 608-468-2067. That's Midwest Environmental Consultants, serving Western Wisconsin.
So the Vikings are on the board. That was a very important score Dan and I were just talking about during the break there. Beekner has the ball teed up for the Vikings. And Coates does the chip shot kickoff, takes a bounce, and smothered right at the 40-yard line is Gavin Ellis for the Turtle Lake Lakers. Yeah, that time it did take the high hop, and Ellis reached up and caught it, and just about the time he brought it down, about 3 different Vikings pancaked him.
Yeah, number 70, Jacob Wall, went right through the guy.
So, 1st and 10 for the Lakers on the 41-yard line. Job is split out wide to the near side now. Oh, no, Job went in motion. Give to Job, going to the right side. He drops the ball, and the Vikings have fallen on it.
Number 10. Ryan Nichols picked it up.
So Ryan Nichols gets the ball right back for the Vikings.
Good field position. Lots of time on the clock.
They gave Job the ball as he started to go into motion and gave it to him, and it came right out of his hands as he was trying the right side. Now the Vikings at the line. The snap, the give straight up the middle. No, Peterson kept it, pitches it out to Hovde. Hovde keeps his feet and dropped the ball, and I think Turtle Lake may have recovered it. And they did. At the 25-yard line.
Yeah, as he was going down, it got stripped out.
That's part of the problem that Hovde has running with that club on his hand. Having a good grip on the ball is a tough thing to do.
Yeah, first quarter they were running him to the left. They ran him to the right, which means the ball has to be on the inside.
Well, we have a timeout on the field with 6:43 remaining in the first half. And it's Turtle Lake 13 and the Vikings 7 on NLWN 2.
Menominee Eye Optical can help you see the world for the beautiful place it is. Doctors Nicholas and Marianne Comro provide comprehensive and emergency eye care for all, including pediatric and special needs patients. Whether it's examination for glasses to cataract or LASIK care, or diagnosis and management of macular degeneration, and so much more. In addition, Menominee Eye and Optical's experienced opticians will help guide you to the highest quality eyewear for the best value. That's Menominee Eye and Optical, 520 Wilson Avenue in Menominee, where they specialize in quality personalized care for you and your family.
Hi, I'm Smokey Bear, and I made an assistant to help you out, because only you can prevent wildfires.
Hey, Assistant Smokey Bear, call me Papa Bear, because I'm grilling up dinner. You get it?
Yes. Good job.
So, what should I do with all these coals?
Don't just toss them out. Put them in a metal container because those embers can start a wildfire.
I understand. The stakes are high.
Ha, 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 ha.
See, Smokey thinks I'm funny.
And we're back here at Colfax High School. Turtle Lake with the ball 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line following the fumble recovery. They're at the line of scrimmage. Job goes in motion. Pitch to Job going around the right side. He gets the corner turned and taken down after he crossed the 25 to about the 27-yard line. Pretty good pursuit that time by the Vikings. Ryan Nichols out of that linebacker slot making the tackle. So it's 2nd down, about 8. Lakers at the line, give straight up the middle, and driving forward Taken down at about the 44-yard line, or just shy of the 45. And it's going to be 3rd and a short one.
I think that was Braden Wright on the carry.
Yes, and you are correct about that. So Lakers up to the line. Wright is the setback. Hess split to the far side. And the offensive line went, but the center forgot to snap the ball. That's the embarrassing time for the center. And you can tell that one was on the center because everybody else went.
Offsides on everybody except the center.
Dave just asked if that's supposed to be a trick play. Yeah, tricked everybody but the center. So 3rd down and a short 6. They put a man in motion, give it off to the left side, and taken down. That was Vincent Stoll on the carry. Across the 40 to about the 42-yard line.
James Wall on the tackle.
It's going to bring up 4th and a short 4. And Turtle Lake has left the offense on the field. Hess splits out wide to the near side. Out to the far side is, well, dropping back, looking down in the flat. Pass is complete and taken down across the 50 to about the 47-yard line of the Vikings is Brandon Wagner.
Yeah, Wagner just to the in route there on Theo Hovde.
And he's a big, tall guy and makes a fairly easy target. He's the leading receiver for the Turtle Lake Lakers. Give straight up the middle again as he slid it off to the right side a little bit. And across the 45 to about the 46-yard line. Right on the carry.
Nichols is coming off a little gimpy. So number 12, who is Braden Wright, will go up for him.
No, that's Cole Parzik. And we have a false start being called on the Lakers. That's going to move things back. Yeah, Brandon Wright is for the Turtle Lake Lakers.
Yeah.
He wouldn't go in for Nichols. You're looking at the wrong list there, Dan.
Wrong sheet.
It's all right. I do that all the time.
Looks like just a calf cramp for Nichols. They're stretching that out. Nothing worse than a Charlie horse than a night.
So a 2nd down and 12 now. Give straight up the middle. Well, Tarman kept it himself, and he got about the 45-yard line. That's going to bring up 3rd and 7.
Looks like a gain of 5 on that one. Going to bring up 3rd and 7.
Splitting out wide to the near side is Stoll. Job in the slot.
Oh, fumble.
Fumbled snap, and who's got the ball? I think Tarman fell on it. And it's going to be 4th down, but a loss on the play back at the 50-yard line. In fact, the ball spotted in Laker territory, and the Vikings call a timeout with 2:09 remaining in the first half. It's Turtle Lake 13, Vikings 7 on NLWN 2.
Hear that? That's the sound of your life. Perfectly imperfect. But every time you drive after drinking, the music gets drowned out. Your life sounds pretty great. Don't let a buzz ruin it. Buzzed driving is drunk driving. Don't drive buzzed.
Viking defense heading back out on the field. 4th down and about 13 to go. Peterson dropping back to receive the anticipated punt.
Let's see what the Lakers will do.
There's a snap and the kick away. Peterson calls fair catch. And it hit him as it bounced.
Fumble.
And it's loose on the ground. And I wait for the officials. And Turtle Lake has the ball at about the 10-yard line. Peterson called fair catch, but then he let the ball hit the ground, and it bounced right into him. If you're going to let it hit the ground, get away.
Yeah, and Turtle Lake had a good rush there, too.
He was right in calling the fair catch, but if you call a fair catch, then catch it.
Okay.
So 1st and goal from just inside the 10-yard line for the Turtle Lake Lakers. And the gift straight up the middle to right. No, Tarman kept it himself, and he's in the end zone for the touchdown. So Tarman on a, we'll call it a 10-yard run. Makes the score Turtle Lake 19 and the Vikings 7. Wagner to attempt the extra point. Snap, the place, the kick gets up, and it just barely got over the crossbar, but it was good. So that makes it Turtle Lake 20 and the Vikings 7 on NLWN 2.
Can't believe you're doing this alone. I've done it before. I remember. You threw your back out. How you holding up? Hand me that board. Nothing wrong with getting help. I'm good. I did it when Felicia left. I'll figure it out. I know you will, but you don't have to do it alone. That's all I'm saying. If I promise to look into it, will you drop it and help me build this fence? Now you need my help. It can be a real pain sometimes, you know? Mm-hmm.
If you or a veteran you know...
Lakers approach the ball for the kickoff. And it's coming down to Beekner. He's out across the 25 to the 30, turns the corner, he's across the 35, and gets it out to about the 44-yard line, where the Vikings will have it 1st down with 1:30 to go in the first half.
Good job by number 5, Austin Coates, to get out in front and do some blocking.
So now the Vikings need to find an answer for that touchdown. There's a snap, give straight up. No, Peterson kept it himself, pitches it out, and taken down for a loss.
Yeah, big hit there by number 50. That'd be Cam Davis.
That was a pitch to Hovde.
And Turtle Lake was waiting for that one.
Yeah,
Loss of a couple, 2nd and 12.
Hovde had more success when he was running to the left.
Well, he also had the short side of the field coming to the right this time. Peterson dropping back, looking downfield, fires down, he's got Hovde, and Hovde caught it and went to the ground. He caught it falling down at the 32-yard line. I think the referee on this side was going to throw a flag for pass interference, but then he didn't have to because Hovde caught the ball. And we have a whistle and a timeout being called by the Vikings with 35.9 seconds remaining in the first half. And you're tuned to Viking football on NLWN2.
Hi. I'm your retirement fear. But don't be scared. You're still in pre-retirement.
Does that mean I have more time to plan?
Precisely. Here, this is pretirement.org.
Retirement savings options? Potential tax breaks?
Move.
This isn't scary. I'm doing it.
You got this.
Visit thisispretirement.org for free resources to help you customize your action plan.
Yeah, Theo Hovde is kind of the Vikings version of the old Timex watch commercials. Take a licking and keep on ticking.
Yeah, we've seen him have, I don't know, 3-4 concussions over his career. He's got a club on his hand, gets thrown around like a rag doll, and he gets one of the biggest catches of the night.
And catches the ball on top of it.
Yeah.
So, Vikings have the ball 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line with just under 36 seconds remaining in the first half. Peterson with a lone setback. Hovde in motion. No, that's Beekner in motion. Peterson fires downfield. It's complete to Nichols, who's knocked out of bounds inside the 20. They're going to mark it on the 18-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Vikings.
Yeah, good play there. Cleared out Beekner, and Ryan Nichols came underneath.
Peterson took a hit just after he released the ball, but nice pass to Nichols. Don't forget, Ryan Nichols is our Viking profile guest today at halftime. Nichols split to the near side. Johnson is over to the far side. Peterson waiting for the snap. Drops back, looking downfield, fires towards the end zone, and that one's intercepted and dropped in the end zone. Lane Haig dropped a sure interception that time. Pass was intended for Hovde. Brings up 2nd down 10. Peterson goes back into the huddle with the play from the sideline from Coach Baranek. Hovde the wing on the right side, Beekner on the left. Peterson drops back, rolls to his right, tucks it under, and got knocked out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. 20.6 seconds remaining in the half. It's going to bring up 3rd down and a very short 9, maybe a long 8. Now Peterson has the play. Nichols to the near side.
Peterson takes a snap, drops back, looks to his left, passes, tipped and intercepted, and heading down the sideline, didn't catch a number, and he's going to almost break it for the touchdown. That interception was Brody Tarman, and he got back to the 35-yard line of the Vikings.
Yeah, good job by Grant Paulus to get that tackle, otherwise he was gone.
And just over 5 seconds, about 5.5 seconds remaining in the half. That's the 4th turnover by the Vikings. And we do have a timeout on the field by the Turtle Lake Lakers, and we'll take one as well on NLWN 2.
Hi, I'm Ryan Blaney, a third-generation race car driver, and we dedicate a lot of our time to going as fast as possible. But when my grandpa was diagnosed with Alzheimer's, it was a very unexpected bump in the road for us. It's important to notice if older family members are acting differently, experiencing problems with their memory, or having trouble with routine tasks. Early detection of Alzheimer's can give your family time to explore support services, make a plan for the future, and access available treatments. If you or your family are noticing changes, it could be Alzheimer's. Talk about seeing a doctor together.
Looking for a team approach to managing your...
So we're back here at the Lee Bierquist Athletic Complex in Colfax. 5.6 seconds remaining. Lakers at the line of scrimmage, and we have a whistle, and I think the Vikings wanted to take a timeout. They wanted to see how they lined up, and then they took a timeout. So we'll take another one right along with them on NLWN 2.
Mom was always organized, but she started forgetting to pay her bills on time.
And she'd buy the same gifts over and over. Telling the girls about my Alzheimer's diagnosis was really hard.
At first we had our cries, but then we were like, okay, let's make a plan.
Early detection gave us time to adapt together.
It's so important for you to think about what you can do and making the most of what you have.
If you or your family are noticing changes, it could be Alzheimer's. Talk about seeing a doctor together.
Hey, this reminder for you that the Viking girls golf team will compete in the 8-team invitational at Turtleback Golf Course in Rice Lake on Monday. And the action there gets started at 9 in the morning. They're the, what do they call those, the dew sweepers or something?
Yeah,
Lakers at the line, just over 5 seconds. Throw down deep. Hovde tried to get the interception and couldn't, and that's going to be the end of the first half. So the score at halftime, Turtle Lake Lakers 20, Vikings 7. Stay tuned because we have Viking halftime coming up with our Viking profile and other halftime entertainment on NLWN 2.
Even the mighty might not see it coming. It's prediabetes, and it captures 1 in 3 adults. But you can escape. Take the 1-minute prediabetes risk test to know where you stand and prevent or delay type 2 diabetes. Be your own hero on smartphones everywhere at doihaveprediabetes.org.
Time now for Viking Halftime with this week's Viking profile and other halftime entertainment. Time now for Viking Profile, where we get to know one of this season's Colfax Viking players. And now Viking Profile.
Today on Viking Profile, we're going to talk with Orion Nichols, and you are a junior here at Colfax, is that right?
Yes.
And Orion, we know that you play football, but are you involved in any other activities here at school?
Baseball, basketball, and golf.
Okay, so when did you start playing football, and what kind of an experience have you had so far?
I started playing since flag football in first grade, and it's been a good experience.
When did you, or what's the most important thing that you learned playing football?
You got to work as a team. If one piece is wrong, the whole play just breaks down.
And when you're not playing football, or you're not at school, what are some other things that keep you interested or occupied?
I like fishing and hanging out with my friends.
Okay, here's the trademark rapid fire questions. Pie, ice cream, cake, or cookies?
Ice cream.
What kind?
Mint chocolate chip.
Okay, all right. Burgers, brats, or hot dogs?
Burgers.
And what do you want on that burger?
Cheese and ketchup.
Simple, classic, it's just the way they go, right?
Yep.
All right. Favorite NFL team?
Chargers.
All right. You're an unusual one in this area. Favorite collegiate team?
Badgers.
Okay. If you had a superpower, what would that be and why?
Probably super speed.
And what would draw you to that?
I'm a wide receiver, so I got to be fast.
You got to be fast. You got to beat those DBs down the field. Okay. But of course, if you have super speed as a superpower, you have to have a superhero name to go with it. So what's Orion's superhero name?
Big O.
The Big O. All right. Now, Orion, if you could sit down and have dinner with any football personality, player, coach, other personality from any time in history of football, who would that be and why?
Justin Herbert.
And why would that be?
He's my favorite player.
Well, that's a pretty good reason right there. We're talking with Orion Nichols on Viking Profile. And Orion, what are your plans for after high school? I know you're only a junior, but it's time to start thinking about that.
Probably go to college.
Do you know where or have any choices yet?
Not yet.
Not yet? Okay. Do you have any idea what you want to go into?
Not really.
Okay. But you're going to do something along those lines. All right. How about a shout out to the family?
Shout out mom, dad, sister, grandpa, just everyone who's helped me through my...
Okay. All right. And there's quite a few of them out there, aren't there? When people come to Viking games, what number do you wear and where are they going to find you on the field?
Number 10 and wide receiver and middle linebacker.
Okay, and we want to thank Orion Nichols for joining us today on Viking Profile. Coming up next, more Viking Halftime.
You've been tuned to Viking Profile, where we get to know one of this season's Colfax Viking players. This has been a production of the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN2. Now more Viking Halftime Entertainment.
When I arrived in the U.S. at 19, I struggled to find job opportunities without a high school diploma. Everything I have, my education, my career, my marriage, I owe to the Adult Literacy Center and my teachers.
Your achievement has set an example for so many students. Most importantly, your daughter.
Education was the key that unlocked all my opportunities.
When you graduate, they graduate. Visit finishyourdiploma.org to find free adult education centers near you.
thousands of kids start vaping. And I can't let this happen to my kid. So if you want to talk to your kids, you have to get it trending.
No, you're doing it wrong.
Let's go.
Can we talk?
Yeah, what's up?
Visit talkaboutvaping.org for tips on when and how to have the vape talk.
You've been tuned to Viking Halftime on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN 2. Now back to the stadium for second half action.
We come from a long line of farmers, and there's a sense of pride, but there's also a significant amount of pressure.
Farmers have to take care of their physical and their mental health, because what's a farm without a farmer?
Watching the sun come up, that's my time. I can have a cup of coffee, and every day is a new opportunity.
That's cool. Your hand's gotten so Yay!
Don't forget to check in on yourself. Love, your mind.
And welcome back to the Lee Bierquist Athletic Complex here at Colfax High School, where the Turtle Lake Lakers hold a 20-7 lead over the Vikings as we're just wrapping up halftime, getting ready to start the second half. Take a quick look at the scoring plays in the first half with 8:19 remaining in the first quarter. It was Brody Tarman completing a pass to Brady Job, and that made the score 7-0. Then with 4:42 remaining in the quarter, it was Tarman to Stoll, and the extra point was no good, and it made it 13-0. Then in the second quarter, with 6:59 remaining, Theo Hovde took it in from 11 yards out. The extra point attempt was good by Coates, making it 13-7. Then with 1:39, Tarman took it on a 10-yard run for Turtle Lake. That was following a Viking fumble on their own 10-yard line, and that's how we got to the score of 20-7. Vikings should be receiving the kickoff to start the second half. Dan, as I was looking at this, it sure seems to me that the difference in this game so far is turnovers. The Vikings have committed 4, and Turtle Lake has only committed 1.
Yeah, you know, the Colfax defense has done a pretty good job. You know, they've given up a few big plays the first quarter, but yeah, they got to just clean up these turnovers, you know, because their offense is starting to move the ball here in the second half, or in the second quarter. I think they got something kind of going right now, and yeah, they just got to make sure they keep the turnovers down and penalties.
So this one's a long ways from being finished as we're just getting ready to start the third quarter. Turtle Lake's kickoff team is out on the field. Vikings are still huddled up on the hash mark, getting ready to send the receiving crew out. Teeing the ball up for Turtle Lake is Brandon Wagner. He's done most of the kicking for them. Back deep to receive for the Vikings, Austin Peterson and Austin Coates. Peterson is over on the far hash. Coates is on the near hash. Wagner waiting for the whistle. And he approaches the ball, and the second half is underway. Ball comes down to Coates. He's out across the 20 to the 25, circling over to his left. He's got some room. He's out to the 40. He's still on his feet and knocked out of bounds right about the 50-yard line. In fact, he got across the 50 to about the 46-yard line. Actually, I think they're going to mark it on the 50. That's where they say he stepped out of bounds first.
Yeah, yeah.
But that cut the field in half for the Vikings.
Yeah, he had one guy to beat. You know, good run there.
So if the Vikings can eliminate the turnovers, good things could happen. Hunter Roberts split out to the near side. Nichols to the far. Hovde shifts into the backfield. Give straight up the middle, and nothing happening that time for Paulus. He got taken down for a loss of about a yard.
2nd and 11 for the Colfax Vikings.
So it'll be 2nd and 11 for the Vikings at their own 49. Roberts again to the near side. Nichols to the far side. And coming around the near side is Beekner, and he gets it across the 50 down to near the 45. They're going to mark it right at the 45-yard line, now the 46-yard line. That's going to bring up 3rd down and 6.
Tackled by Brody Tarman for the Lakers.
So 3rd and 6. And my guess is this will be 4 down territory, barring a loss of yards. Peterson pitches it out to Beekner, trying the left side, fights through one tackle, gets pushed out of bounds right around the 42-yard line.
Yeah, good second effort by Drew Beekner. Pick up a couple.
Yeah, it's going to be a gain of only about 2. So it's going to bring up 4th down and a long 3. And the punt team comes out for the Vikings. Waiting for the snap. And the kick is away, and it's coming down at about the 15-yard line and taken down immediately at about the, I think they're going to mark it at the 21-yard line. And that return was by Luke Moan.
Good tackle by Theo Hovde.
Actually, they're going to mark it at the 24. So it's 1st and 10 for Turtle Lake at their own 24-yard line. And the give coming around the near side, kept his feet, and that was Stoll. Gets it out near the 30. Vincent Stoll, 5'7" junior.
Yeah, got tripped up at first by Austin Coates. Stumbled ahead.
Second and about 4 from the 30. And to give straight up the middle, that's Wagner, and the ball falls forward to about the 36-yard line. That'll be enough for a 1st down. Or right, I should say. Brandon Wright on the carry. Haga split to the near side. Job goes into motion. Give it, well, no. Tarman keeps it himself, goes off the left side, and pushed out of bounds in Viking territory at the 46-yard line. Job started in a motion, then reversed his motion, and they faked the handoff to Wright, or to Stoll, I should say. Faked the handoff to Stoll, and Tarman kept it himself. Tarman gives it to Wright straight up the middle, and he gets it down near the 40, but they're going to mark it at the 42-yard line to Wagner. It's a gain of 5, 2nd and 5.
I would guess a heavy dose of runs by Turtle Lake here.
And the pitch coming around the near side. Breaks one tackle in the backfield, finds his way down the sideline, knocked out of bounds at the 25-yard line. That's Stoll.
Pushed out by number 2, Theo Hovde.
He ran right through a tackle in the backfield. Back to throw is Tarman, looking downfield, and is it intercepted? They're saying yes. Theo Hovde with the interception at about the 7-yard line.
Yeah, good job by Hovde to lay out and get his hands underneath.
So Theo Hovde with an important interception right there. So the Vikings up to the line. Roberts is out to the near side. Nichols to the far. Give to Paulus, tries the right side, breaks a tackle, breaks another one, and gets it out to about the 16-yard line. It's going to be a 9-yard gain. 2nd down 1. It's a long one, but 2nd and 1.
Yeah, good job on the right side of that line. Making a seam.
Seven minutes remaining in the third quarter. Peterson waiting for the snap. Gives it straight up the middle to Paulus, and nowhere to go that time. Lost a couple. In fact, lost 3. 2nd down 4.
Also 3, going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Or 3rd down and 4. Big play right here for the Vikings. See if they can get this drive sustained.
I think I need to open it up a little bit here. We have a wide receiver go wide up on top.
That's Nichols out there. Or no, it's not Nichols. Oh. And the pass is intercepted, and into the end zone goes Tarman. pick six at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, the quarterback had to wait for the receiver to turn his head, and he threw it before he turned his head, and the linebacker was waiting.
So Tarman got the pick six. And the extra point attempt. Snap to place the kick. It's blocked. And so extra point is blocked. And the score is Turtle Lake 26 and the Vikings 7. As you're tuned to Viking football on NLWN 2.
Anderson Bridges, located in Colfax, Wisconsin, has been manufacturing prefabricated steel truss bridges since 1989. With hundreds of bridges supplied nationwide, we suspect you've crossed our path. It may have been on a pedestrian or bicycle bridge, or how about a snowmobile, ATV, or golf course bridge? Anderson Bridges is likely to have manufactured it. Founded in 1989, Anderson Bridges has been a family-owned company since its beginning and are proud to support the Colfax Vikings.
Colfax High School football action is coming your way on NLWN 2. Coming up on Friday, September 20th, the Colfax Vikings will travel to Plum City, Wisconsin to take on the Elmwood Plum City Wolves. Coverage begins at 6:40 p.m. with Viking Preview. That's live Colfax Viking football on Friday, September 20th on NLWN 2.
Turtle Lake approaches the ball, kicks it towards the end zone. Bounced off of Coates, picks it up, comes around the left side. He found a bit of a hole, still on his feet, still trying to find somewhere to go with it, and dragged down finally at the 34-yard line.
Yeah, fancy foot there by Austin Coates.
So, Vikings will have it 1st and 10, a little better field position this time. About the 33-yard line or thereabouts. First and 10 for the Vikings. And they give up the middle. And Paulus got a short gain out to about the 36-yard line. So gain of 3, 2nd and 7. Vikings up to the line of scrimmage. Splitting out to the far side is Austin Johnson. Roberts to the near side. Hovde with it, going around the left side. Got the corner turned and fights his way out to about the 46-yard line. They're going to mark it on the 45. It's enough for a first down.
Yeah, he ran into the wall there. Ran into Grant Cook, his own player.
So 1st and 10 for the Vikings at their own 45. 4.5 minutes, just under that remaining. Give coming around the right side, and a penalty marker comes flying in as Paulus on the carry. Penalty at the 45-yard line. Paulus taken down about the 48. I think we're going to have an illegal block below the waist. And that's what it is. It's against the Vikings. And it's going to be marked off from the 45-yard line. So that'll back the Vikings up a tad bit. That's a 15-yarder. So it's going to be 1st and 25. This is an example of a young football team that tends to shoot themselves in the foot.
Yeah, they got to clean it up right now.
Hovde goes in motion. Give off the right side. Beekner with it, and that play looked a little confused from the beginning. Back inside the 30 to the 29. It's going to be a loss of a yard. Actually, it's going to be more than that. Loss of about 3 yards. Second down, and it looks like 27 to go. Austin Johnson splitting out wide to the left. Roberts to the right. Hovde in the slot on the right side. Give up the middle, and there's nothing there. No gain on the play, maybe even a loss of about half a yard. Third, and let's call it 28.
Vincent stole on the tackle.
Well, Dan, I don't know about you, but any playbooks that I looked at didn't have much for 3rd and 27. And we have a timeout being called by the Vikings. So, timeout on the field, and the score was 2:54 to go in the third quarter. Turtle Lake 26, Vikings 7, as you're tuned to Viking football on NLWN2.
C&K Construction is your source for high-quality concrete and construction work in the Chippewa Valley. Established in 2014, C&K Construction in Chippewa Falls is a leading concrete contractor proud to serve Eau Claire, Altoona, Menominee, and surrounding areas. Specializing in concrete construction, excavating, flatwork poured walls, and much more, they're right for all of your concrete needs. Call C&K Construction in Chippewa Falls at 715-559-1335.
It's getting to that time of year again. Time for the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN TV to present our Halloween Spooktacular 2024. Join us at 7 p.m. on Halloween night by the light of the Jack-o'-lantern as we bring you some of the best in Halloween-themed old-time radio programs, including The Jack Benny Show and the Halloween Masquerade Party, Dragnet, and the episode entitled The Werewolf, The Lives of Harry Lime starring Orson Welles, and Suspense with The Bride Vanishes. So join me on our Halloween Spooktacular at 7 p.m. Halloween night on NLWN TV.
Vikings at the line of scrimmage, 3rd and a mile. Peterson firing it deep. He's got Hovde down there, but a ball got tipped away, knocked away by Luke Moan. It's going to be 4th and Augusta for the Vikings.
Luke.
The Hovde clan in front of us got kind of excited on that one because had it been caught, he'd have been off to the races.
Number 5, Luke Moen knocked that one down for Turtle Lake.
Austin Coates back in punt formation for the Vikings. He gets the kick away, spiral kick coming down, and ball's loose on the ground, picked up and down go the Lakers. Moen picked up the fumbled ball. And it's going to be at the 42, 1st and 10 for Turtle Lake. That was very close to turnover number 3 for the Lakers.
Yeah, good job by Theo Hovde. Get down there and create a turnover.
2:45 remaining in the third quarter. Haig split out wide to the right. Stolen motion. Tarman keeps it himself. Gets past the line of scrimmage and gained about a yard, maybe a little more than that. We'll call it 2nd and 9.
Good hit there by Zachary Lermo for Colfax.
Ball spotted at the 44. So more like 2nd and 8. Haig split very wide this time to the right side. Put Job in motion. He gets the pitch, goes around the right end and out about the 50-yard line. In fact, they're going to say he got across the 50 to the 49 of the Vikings. It's going to be about a yard shy of the first down. 3rd and 1.
Sam Ralph out the tackle.
Lakers at the line. Give straight up the middle. Wagner got it across the, well, near the 40-yard line. Did that ball come loose? No, they're saying he was down. When all of a sudden they're down there near the ground, all of a sudden you see bodies going in different directions. That's an indication there may be a loose ball, but if there was, he was down by contact.
Schotter on the tackle for Colfax.
So 1st and 10 for the Lakers at the Viking 40. Under a minute to go in the quarter. Job in motion. Tarman keeps it himself, throws it out in the flat. And taken down at the 25-yard line is Wagner.
Paulus on the tackle.
Brandon Wagner, that big target. He's just a big, tall guy. And all Tarman has to do is lay it out there. And
yeah, when he throw 3 guys in motion, or I mean, put 3 wide receivers out there, the field kind of gets pretty wide.
And that's going to be the last play of the third quarter. So at the end of 3 quarters, it's the Turtle Lake Lakers 26, Vikings 7. And you're tuned to Viking football on NLWN2.
Looking for a team approach to managing your finances? With over 70 years of experience and 12 locations, Derry State Bank has built a reputation for helpful customer service and support. While our service ethic is old-fashioned, our products and services are not. We offer a full range of loan programs as well as online banking, mobile deposit, and transaction alerts to fit your busy lifestyle. Derry State Bank, banking on relationships, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
Multiple studies have shown that marijuana can slow both driver reaction and response time, which can be really dangerous. He's here. He's here. Wait. What? I can't drive. Why? My. Oh. No, you can't.
Back here at Colfax High School. Vikings waiting for Turtle Lake to come out on the field to start the fourth quarter. Turtle Lake leading the Vikings 26-7. They have the ball 1st and 10 at the Viking 25-yard line. Tarman dropping back, rolling to his right, looking downfield, tucks the ball, and gets knocked out of bounds about the 10-yard line. I think Grant Paulus thought he was the victim of an illegal block.
Yeah, I
thought
so too.
But happened right in front of the official, and it wasn't called.
Yeah, if you get hit behind the shoulder, I think that's a penalty, but
so it's 1st and goal at the 10-yard line, just inside the 10. They put Stoll in motion, give him the ball, turns it up and into the end zone. So with 11:45 to go, Stoll takes it in, making the score 32-7. And Turtle Lake is going to attempt a 2-point conversion. Tarman takes a snap, drops straight back, looks into the end zone, and pass is complete. Making the score Turtle Lake 34 and the Vikings 7 on NLWN2.
To be able to do something like that is going to take a lot of people. It's not going to be, 1 or 2 people to put a cabin together like this.
Country Haven Farms is fundraising to complete our cabin. Please consider donating. Every dollar received is greatly appreciated and will have a positive impact on the lives of the veterans we serve. Individual, family, and corporate sponsorships are available at all levels. To make a donation or sponsorship, please visit our website or give us a call.
Once the cabin is built, it's just going to be such a relaxing place to go.
Hi, I'm Smokey Bear, and I made an assistant to help you prevent wildfires.
Dude, I've got this. I've been camping since I was 5 years old.
But I am a camping influencer.
You know what? I'll bet you $5. Okay. Assistant Smokey, what is the best way to put out a campfire?
To put out a campfire, drown with water, stir, drown again.
Then make sure the fire is out cold by feeling with the back of your hand.
Wait, really?
I'll take the $5.
Turtle Lake tries an onside kick. It does not go the prerequisite 10 yards.
Oop.
There you go.
No, but Colfax jumped on the ball.
And that's okay. So that's a legal thing to do.
It's going to be great field position.
It was first touched, though it appears, at about the 42-yard line of the Turtle Lake Lakers, and that's where the Vikings are going to have the ball. So it's an illegal onside kick. So the Vikings come up to the line of scrimmage. So 1st and 10 for the Vikings. Peterson waiting for the snap. Give straight up the middle. And there wasn't a lot there. Gain of about a yard. Paulus on the carry.
Got Colfax. Players are getting a little banged up tonight. Paulus comes up, so it's going to stay in.
Peterson waiting for the snap. Bad snap. It rolls back. Picked up by Hovde. He gets across the 50 down to the 45-yard line, and he was very fortunate to only lose about 4 yards on the play. It's going to be 3rd down and 13 for the Vikings. He alertly got back and picked it up right away. Austin Johnson to the near side, and wait a minute, we have a timeout on the field. With the score, Turtle Lake 34, Vikings 7. You're tuned to Viking football on NLWN 2.
In November of 2018, our daughter Jana passed away. The outpouring of support was unbelievable. Support that we received inspired us to start a foundation called the Jana Kelly Memorial Foundation. And through that foundation,
we've given back in a lot of different ways, through projects, through different other charities that we've supported. We like to help Humane Association, and the Ronald McDonald House is something that's very near and dear to us. We've also recently, this last year, we actually built a tiny house. It's really exciting to be able to give back in different ways.
to learn more or to help financially, would find us on Facebook or www.janakelly.com.
All right, Vikings back out on the field following that timeout. 6:57 to go in the game. 3rd down and 14. Peterson pitches it out to Beekner. He gets it across the 45, back down to about the original line of scrimmage. It's going to be 4th and 11 for the Vikings. Looks like the Vikings are going to keep the offense out on the field. They put a man in motion. Peterson fires it out to the left side, caught by Hovde. He circles back to the 40, gets it down to the 35, inside the 35-yard line to about the 34-yard line, and that's going to be about 2 yards shy of the first down, and the ball's going to go over on down to the Turtle Lake Lakers. In fact, they're going to mark it right on the 34-yard line.
Good design play there. Just couldn't get that yardage they needed.
Turtle Lake at the line. And they had a man go in motion, and that caused Hunter Roberts to jump offside. So that'll make it 1st and 5 from the 39. Stoll goes in motion, gives it to him, going around the left side. He's got some room and gets it out to the 50 and tackled out there by both Hovde and Coates. Just across the 50-yard line, we'll say the 49, 1st and 10 for the Lakers. Tarman gives it straight up the middle and driving forward down across the 40 to about the 39-yard line is Brandon Wright. Coming out of the lineup for the Vikings is Grant Cook. Coming up on 8 minutes remaining in the game. Going in motion and looking downfield. Pass is complete. And driving down inside the 20 to about the 15-yard line. That's Brandon Wagner. We have a personal foul, though, against Turtle Lake. So this one's coming back. They're still talking things over. And it's back in the backfield.
Yeah, where the flag is. It's kind of the opposite side of the field where the action was.
And it's way back at the 46-yard line of the Lakers. So it's going to be 1st down and 25 yards to go. And handoff straight up the middle. And that was right on the carry. He got a gain of 15.
Yeah,
back to the original line of scrimmage.
Yeah, good run by Wright.
Dan, I see you over there swatting things. Did you get your mosquito license?
Yeah.
Or does that fall under your fall game or small game license?
It's hard to take them to the taxidermy, though.
Yeah. And the pitch coming around the near side, and that's Job with it, and he gets it across the 35 down to the 34-yard line. Gain of about 5. 3rd down and 5.
Gain of 5 on that play is going to bring up 3rd and 5.
6.5 to go. Lakers chewing up clock. Tarman drops back, rolls to his left, looking downfield, and it's nearly intercepted, and it was caught.
Number 9.
That was Hess. First time he's actually been targeted tonight. He's taken down at about the 14-yard line, 1st and 10.
Yeah, just a simple little crossing route.
Hovde cut across in front, but couldn't catch the ball, and it got through to Hess. So the Lakers up to the line. And a counter play, this one to Stoll, and he gets it down inside the 15 down to about the 12-yard line. Or check that, that's inside the 10 down to about the 7-yard line. Second down and about 2.5, maybe 3. Tarman under center, gives it straight up the middle and towards the goal line, and he's into the end zone for the touchdown. That was Brandon Wright on the carry. So Turtle Lake to try the 2-point conversion. This is Wagner to do the kicking. The snap, the place, the kick is blocked. So it's Turtle Lake 40 and the Vikings 7 as you're tuned to Viking football on NLWN 2.
One scorching heat wave will leave me powerless to cool my insulin.
When the storm rolls in, my time to find a pet-friendly evacuation center will have run out.
I'm relying on luck, but who knows if it'll be on my side.
When it comes to disasters and emergencies, it's not a matter of if, but when. Take control. 1. Assess your needs. 2. Make a plan. 3. Engage your support network. Let's prepare so we all have a better story to tell.
Food isn't just fuel to live, it's fuel to grow. My family relied on public assistance to help provide meals for us. These meals fueled my involvement in theater and the arts as a child, which fostered my love for acting. The Feeding America network of food banks helps millions of people put food on the table. When people are fed, futures are nourished. Join the movement to end hunger, and together we can open endless possibilities for people to thrive. Visit feedingamerica.org/act now.
Back here at Colfax High School, Turtle Lake getting ready to kick off to the Vikings. And they kick it, it bounces, and picked up at the 20 by Coates. He tries to go around the left side and gets it out across the 25 to about the 26 or 27-yard line, depending on where they mark it. just outside the 26-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Vikings. Austin Johnson to the near side. Roberts to the far side. Hovde goes in motion. Gives straight up the middle, and driving it out is Paulus to about the 34-yard line. Got 6 yards, brings up 2nd down and 4. Maybe even 3. So 4 minutes remaining in this game. Paulus came off after that run. Give straight up the middle and met in the backfield. Right away was Eli Nygaard. He ends up losing about a yard. Now it's 3rd and 4.
Tackled by number 57, Carter Doherty.
Seeing a number of clean jerseys out there for Turtle Lake. Vikings at the line. Beekner goes in motion. Peterson keeps it, running the option, pitches to Beekner. Beekner gets it out near the 40, out to about the 42, 43-yard line. Good enough for a 1st down. Little RPO action that time.
Yeah. Number 15, Connor Bader, just smoked Austin Peterson. Peterson had to take that for the team. But it helped get
But he got the
yardage.
pitch off
Right.
nicely to Beekner, which means he waited to the last second. Beekner's coming out. And he gives straight up the middle. No gain that time. I believe it was also Nygaard on the carry. And it was.
About 2 minutes and 30 seconds to play in the game.
So Paulus is on the sideline. Beekner's on the sideline. Hovde's on the sideline. Nichols is on the sideline. Yes, there he is. So a lot of fresh faces out there for the Vikings. Peterson waiting for the ball. Gives it coming this way. And finding an opening spot across the 40 down to about the 39-yard line. Run out of bounds. Austin Coates on the carry.
Yeah, Coates has got some speed.
He's had a pretty active night tonight.
Yeah.
Under 2 remaining. I know the Vikings would very much like to try to get a score before the clock runs out. Peterson pitches it to Coates and gets it down to about the 35-yard line. They're going to mark it on the 34. Gain of 5. 2nd down 5.
Gain of 5 on that one. Bring up Second and 5.
And a snap goes through the hands of Peterson. It's picked up. We have a penalty marker. Comes flying in. And Cole Parzik bringing it around the near side and run out of bounds.
That area of a hold. False start.
A false start being called against the Vikings. They're going to say Parzik was knocked out of bounds at the 35. That's going to be a loss of a yard in and of itself. They're probably, nope, they're going to mark it off. The flag came in late. It was a dead ball call, so all that action was for naught. So 2nd and 9 for the Vikings. Peterson waiting. Another high snap. That one's picked up by Coates, and he got smothered right away. And he was taken down right at the 50-yard line. 3rd down 20 for the Vikings. Coming up on a minute to go. Don't forget, following the action of this game, we will have a Viking post game. There's a snap. Give coming to the near side. Coates with it. Turns the corner. Stiff arms and taken out of bounds at about the 43-yard line.
Good stiff arm by Coates.
So it's going to bring up 4th and 13 for the Vikings. Just under 33 seconds remaining. There's a snap, and the punt goes away towards the sidelines. And that one rolls out of bounds right outside the 10-yard line. It should be about the 11 where it's going to be spotted. They're going to put it on the 12. Well, that's about the 11, right?
Yeah. How about there?
30 seconds to play. The Lakers take over possession. 1st and 10 from the 12.
So 32.9. And they wind the clock as Turtle Lake takes a knee. And that's going to do it. So the final score of tonight's game is going to be the Turtle Lake Lakers 40 and the Colfax Vikings 7. Don't forget, we'll be back with Viking postgame right after this timeout on NLWN 2.
You have been tuned to Colfax Viking Football, live on NLWN 2. This has been a production of the Northern Light Webcasting Network in conjunction with Colfax High School, and is intended for the enjoyment of the viewing and listening audience. Any broadcast, rebroadcast, or reproduction in part or in whole without the express written consent of the Northern Light Webcasting Network LLC and Colfax High School is prohibited. Stay tuned. Coming up next is Viking Post Game.
Have you ever helped a fellow veteran?
Yes. I do my best reaching out to my brothers and sisters in arms.
Have you ever asked for help yourself?
Most of us, we're not gonna admit that we need to help.
You don't have someone to kind of help you guide those thoughts. It can be really bad.
It's just a beautiful space when someone can trust you and say, listen, I need help.
Time now for Viking Post Game with a look back at today's Colfax Viking football game. And now, back out to the stadium and Viking Post Game.
And we're back here at Colfax High School where the Vikings have just dropped a 40-7 decision to the Turtle Lake Lakers. Let's take a look at the scoring plays in this one. Back in the first quarter with 8:19 to go, it was Tarman to Job. The extra point was good, making it 7-0. With 4:42 remaining in the first quarter, it was Tarman to Stoll. The extra point was no good, and the score at the end of one was Turtle Lake 13 and the Vikings 0. In the second quarter, Theo Hovde took the ball in on an 11-yard run. The extra point by Coates was good, and the score was 13-7. Then with 6:52 to go, Vikings looked like they were going to get right back into this one with a fumble recovery by Nichols, but they couldn't continue the drive, and eventually with 1:39 remaining, Tarman scored on a 10-yard run for the Lakers, making the halftime score Lakers 20 and the Vikings 7. In the third quarter, Hovde got things going for the Vikings with an interception down at their own 7-yard line. But again, the offense couldn't sustain the drive, and Tarman picked it off for the Turtle Lake Lakers right at the line of scrimmage, took it 10 yards into the end zone. The extra point attempt was blocked, and it was 26-7. That was his score at the end of three quarters. In the fourth quarter, there was, with 11:45 remaining, 10-yard run by Stoll, and the 2-point conversion was successful on a pass from Tarman to Stoll, making it 34-7. And then with 4:57 remaining, it was a 7-yard run by Wright. The extra point was blocked, and the final score was 40-7. You have any numbers there for us, Dan, at all? He's looking stats over real quick.
Well, not really. It took me a while to get it all figured out because it's just lines.
That's all right. So, at any rate, as we said, coming out of the first half, it seemed to be kind of a story of turnovers. Your thoughts on that, Dan?
Yeah, I thought there was, Colfax gave up a couple things that would have maybe kept them in the game, but they got kind of banged up tonight. Beekner came out, Nichols came out, Paulus was banged up, Zach Lerma was banged up, Hovde, played one arm, and
yeah, he did his job as a one-arm bandit.
Yeah, Hovde did a great job tonight. By the end of the third quarter, kind of the main guys for Colfax had to come out with, some injuries. Nothing major, but enough that they had to be on the sideline.
A lot of it was being out of gas.
Yeah, and Turtle Lake kind of took over after that.
Well, that's a tough one for the Vikings to take tonight, losing at 40-7. But make sure you join us here on NLWN2 for Colfax Viking High School football next Friday, as the Vikings are going to travel over to Plum City to take on the Elmwood Plum City Wolves. Our coverage begins with Viking preview at 6:40, followed by live play-by-play action. And again, don't forget the cross-country teams are going to compete in the 38 team Rice Lake Invitational on Tuesday at Turtleback Country Club. Action gets underway at 4 p.m. The girls golf team is going to compete in an 8-team invitational, also at Turtleback Golf Course. That'll be on Monday, and that gets underway at 9 a.m. And then on Thursday of this next week, the Viking volleyball team is going to travel over to Spring Valley to face the Spring Valley Cardinals with the varsity match starting at 7 p.m. Also, don't forget, coming up later this season, this broadcast season, probably sometime right around New Year's, the Northern Light Webcasting Network will broadcast our 500th event. Be sure to stay tuned for special announcements and special awards for our loyal viewers. That's all coming up later this broadcast season on the Northern Light Webcasting Network. I want to remind you also that tonight's Colfax High School football game has been brought to you by Dairy State Bank, where they're banking on relationships. Midwest Environmental Consultants, soil testers for Western Wisconsin. Anderson Bridges, who have been manufacturing prefabricated steel truss bridges since 1989. Slayton's Technology, IT provider for the Northern Light Webcasting Network. Menominee Eye and Optical, with quality personalized care for you and your family. C&K Construction, concrete experts for the Chippewa Valley. And Mom's Restaurant and Pub in Colfax, comfort food the way Mom used to make it. Be sure to thank these sponsors by patronizing them and thanking them for bringing you Colfax Viking football on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN 2. So for Dan Petschow and Dave Fisher, this is Rick Olson. Final score once again, Turtle Lake Lakers 40 and the Colfax Vikings 7. You've been tuned to Viking Postgame on NLWN 2.
You've been tuned to Viking Postgame with a look back at today's Colfax Viking football game. This has been a production of the Northern Light Webcasting Network, NLWN2, along with Colfax High School. Check out our upcoming broadcast schedule at www.northernlightwebcastingnetwork.com.